think it's important for a candidate to have some questions that are specific to the law firm where they're interviewing. So it shows that they did their homework. It's their opportunity to reflect that they did some homework and ask specific questions about the way a law firm functions, or how a particular practice area works, or how they select a practice area. I would suggest asking questions like that. You could also ask questions of your interviewer. For example, if you're talking to me and you know I'm an M&A lawyer, you might ask me what that's like, or how I chose that, or why I chose the particular firm. Those are all good questions, but ask questions that are important to you. Everyone can come up with a list of 10 canned questions that everyone will ask. And those are fine to ask. They're a good filler for a downtime in an interview, but they're not very impressive. And it's much better to really think about what you want to know about the interviewer or about the firm and ask those questions. And more times than not, you won't know what questions you're going to ask at the end of an interview, because you'll formulate them during the interview. Something will come up during your discussions, and that's what you'll want to ask about. And that's what you should do. If you can keep that conversation rolling with your questions, I think it'll make your interview a lot more successful. You should have 3 or 4 questions in your back pocket in case there's some awkward silence. But really, the best questions are those that fall on right in line with the conversation that you were having.
Don't ask just canned questions, especially, I don't know, for whatever reason, I generally seem to be towards the end of the day when I interview. And so if I'm the 7th or 8th interviewee, or interviewer, excuse me, and you ask me about the firm's summer program, you've probably heard that 7 times by now. It doesn't impress me that you asked that question.
I know that the student has not practiced law before. I know that there's a lot of mysteries about what goes on in these 4 walls, and how we collaborate with one another, and how work comes in, how work goes out. It would be the unusual circumstance that a person coming to his first interview, his or her first interview, with a broad sense of what it is that the job will entail. So I'm expecting questions about the work that I do. How did I arrive at the work that I did? It's a crossroads between preparation and opportunity, how does it fit into the scope of the practice? How do almost 400 lawyers come together to deliver services to a broad array of clients? And I would look for some questions from a potential candidate about those issues, those factors.